Hey everybody, I hope all is well. I had a message that I wanted to talk about today, and this is something that just got me in thought, because a lot of us, we want to do things, and some of us are afraid to do things, but the question that I want to put out there is, whose permission are you waiting for? Whose permission are you waiting for? Are you waiting for your mother's permission, your father's permission, your children's permission, your best friend's permission in order to step out and be unique, in order to step out and do anything in your life, in order to step out and start that business, live those dreams, go on a vacation, or whatever it may be? I think this is what holds a lot of us back. We're waiting for other people's permission as opposed to giving ourselves permission and looking within in order to accomplish anything, in order to live. We got to stop always looking for other people's permission. Because if you constantly do that, you'll never go anywhere. You'll be in the same place you were last year. You'll be in the same place you were yesterday. You'll be in the same place you were 10 years ago because you're constantly looking for someone's permission. You don't think you're necessarily looking for their permission, but when you constantly go for someone and ask them their advice and they give their advice, you got to remember, sometimes a person is not objective. Sometimes they're going to give you like their will for you, like what they believe you should be doing, what they want for your life as opposed to what you want for your life. Now, I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing, but it can be because, 10 years down the line, when you didn't take that chance or you didn't live, then you want to start pointing fingers at them. You want to start playing the blame game. But ultimately, like I said, everything that you need resides within you. Everything that you want to do resides within you. There's got to be a voice inside of you that's constantly talking to you about, this is what you should be doing. This is where you should be living. This is what you should be doing on this planet. This is your purpose. And I remember a lady that I acted with, her name was Carol. She asked me years ago, she's like, well, how do you know if this is what you're supposed to be doing? I said, well, that kind of thing wakes you up. That kind of thing gets you excited. That kind of thing, lights up your smile. And this is another good thing. I remember, matter of fact, Brenda, who I did the conference with, she said, when you do something for free, and when you constantly do something for free and you love to do it, that's kind of one of the clues. And Roberta Hosky also spoke about that. Roberta Hosky is Miss Millionaire. She spoke about, when you are willing to do something for free and you like doing it, and there's a talent there and there's a passion there for doing something. But like I said, we got to stop waiting for other people's permission in order to live our lives. We got to start, having our own permission. Or our permission is the one that matters. Not everybody's permission needs to matter on what you do going forward, because ultimately when you're 6 feet under and you go back up to the Creator. You're the one that has to live with those decisions. You're the one that's got to get up every morning and look in the mirror. You're the one that has to be satisfied with the direction that your life is going, not that person, because that person is living their own lives. And like I said, your permission is the one that matters. Give yourself permission to live. Give yourself permission to experience some things that you want to experience. Give yourself permission, period. It is so important to give yourself permission, because like I said, you'll be in the same place. If you could wake up and know that everything was taken care of, what would you do? If you could wake up and know that you can do anything that you want to do, or you can accomplish anything, and there was no walls blocking you, what would you do? Okay, this is food for thought. If there was nothing holding you back or nothing blocking you, nothing standing in your way of your dreams, your purpose, your happiness and all that, what would you do with it? What would you do? Would you still be going around looking for permission, or would you just live? Okay, think about that. That's very serious. So if we wake up with that intention every day, if we wake up with the intention to just live and nothing's blocking us, take down the walls, take down the obstacles, what would you do? What would you do with that day? What would you do with your life? Okay, I just got one more question about, today's topic. Whose permission are you asking? Whose permission are you waiting for? So this is my question to go along with the topic. If that person does not give you permission, then what is your next step? Are you not going to do it because they didn't give you permission? Are you going to do it anyway? What is your next step when somebody isn't on one accord with you? And I know we've all had this point. We've all had to go to somebody and kind of ask their opinion and stuff. But ultimately, if we don't get their validation and we don't get their acceptance, we don't get the answer that we want to hear, Do we not do it? Do we not take a chance? Do we not follow our dreams? Do we not listen to our hearts? And this is important. We have to listen to our hearts, because our hearts is, like I said, everything is in us that we need to do. Everything, the answers are already there as to what we should be doing, where we should be going. The answers are already there, and you kind of know. I don't care when anybody says that you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. And the reason why you don't know what to do is because you're afraid to make a mistake. That's why you don't know what to do, because you're afraid to make the wrong choice. But if you eliminate that the choice is wrong, and push it forward as to, this is going to teach me this is going to teach me that, I'm going to grow and learn from this, because everybody at one point has made a choice that hasn't brought them down to the road that they were expecting. But if you can learn from that choice and take yourself to a greater place, then the choice wasn't bad at all. The choice wasn't bad at all. If you keep making the same choice, and getting the same result, then you got to question yourself, then question yourself, because then you got nobody to blame but yourself, because I keep making the same choice over and over and over. Don't be afraid to do something different. Don't be afraid to try something different. If it comes to food, if it comes to, adventures, if it comes to driving somewhere, if it comes to a profession, do not be afraid to take a chance on you, because if I was a betting man, I'd bet on me. And I'm telling you, if you're a betting woman or a betting man out there, bet on yourself. If anybody's going to bet on you, you got to be the first one to bet on you before anybody else is going to bet on you. And for those people who told you that you can't do anything, that you can't accomplish stuff, that it couldn't happen, make a liar out of them. Make a liar out of them. And the best revenge is success. The best revenge is success. Success smells good. It tastes good. It looks good. It comes with 3 pieces of bread, 2 layers of meat, and whatever. Success looks good. And every day, wake up with the mindset of, I'm successful. I'm successful, because, they say, the Bible says, life and death are in the power of the tongue. But also, the mind controls what goes out of that tongue. So if you set your mind on the right course, then there's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you from having the life that you want to create for yourself. There's nothing stopping you from living. And this is what we forget to do. My last video was like, are you living or are you existing? And I think during this process, we forget to live. We forget to live because we're so afraid to make a choice. We're so afraid to be different. We're so afraid to stand out and be over here, because we don't have other people's validation. So I'm going to be over here and they're going to be over there, but I need some people over here. But first, be a leader. It's got to start with you. It's got to start with you, okay? I love you all. Share this video with anybody that it can help. Like, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, let's open up the dialogue. Let's have some conversation below,